Hey guys, welcome back to Lifestyle Chats. It's your host Ashley, and today we're going to be discussing something very interesting for Small Business Mondays. We're going to be talking about how to transform your passion into a paycheck. The guest that we have today is someone who knows more about turning something from a hobby into a full-time business. No one knows this better than her, and she's an entrepreneur. She is a young entrepreneur. She's a girl boss, basically. Before we get to our guest, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for staying onto our channel. Don't forget to share with your friends and family. So this is our beautiful guest for today. This is Malaika, like the name. She's very, she looks like an angel. So Malaika, please introduce yourself to the people. Let us know who you are, what you do. We're all very interested to hear.
Thank you. My name is Angel Samuela Balidawa. You guys popularly know me as Malaika. I'm the founder of Braid by Malaika, the Hairport, and many other small businesses that I'll be letting you guys know throughout this interview. And I can't wait to share my knowledge with you guys of how I've been able to build my business to where it is right now. And I'm really excited to be here. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Malaika, for honoring our invite. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So, I would like to get into it. Yeah. I'm very excited to know. First, briefly, tell us about the moment that you decided that, you know what, I can do hair. And not only can I do hair, I can make money out of hair. When did you decide this?
So, I've always been passionate about hair, generally. But I started like natural hair. That was when I was still in campus. But when COVID came, I was like, my story begins from my birthday. When I wanted to do hair for my birthday, I wanted braids, but of course, everyone salons were closed then. So I just took it up. I used to see girls on YouTube, Instagram, and all these people braiding themselves. I'm like, what is this? Like,
yeah,
I think I can do it too.
Yeah.
So I went, got some braids, did the same to myself, and they turned out really well. I just learned a few videos. I didn't even use a dummy or anything. I just watched and
then you did this on yourself.
So that's how I began.
Doing hair.
Yeah, that's when I started doing like braiding hair. But then I used to do natural hair. So now, after that, I started braiding my mom, my cousins. Then also my friends started seeing my hair. Then they would be like,
could you do this for me?
And it was during COVID, so salons were closed.
Were you charging them?
Yeah, okay, my household, I wasn't. Yeah. But then my friends, yes.
Yes.
And it was just actually a leap of faith when I decided to charge them, because I'm like, God, I want to do this thing. I could get some money, even if it's just like a 10K.
Let me
just do and see. So I set my prices, and actually, my first client was my friend. I remember she did butt length braids, and we spent 2 days doing them because first of all, I didn't have any experience. I was also just like practicing on her because she was like my third.
And please tell the people, by the way, that you were studying at this time. And not, were you studying again?
Yes. So I was still in school then. I was doing my final year, fourth year, guys. Projects and all those things.
Thesis.
Yeah, I was doing all that. So within that break, so we're just waiting for exams by the time COVID came, so we could finish. So we had dread, but I kept on pushing deadlines.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me do this in the meantime. Anyway, by then I also had a job.
Oh, you did?
Because they had retained me for internship.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was also working that job, so I had to like balance the two. But that job wasn't bringing in like work every day, so they'll just give me a few days like, oh, we have this contract, can you like prepare bills of quantities? So I'll do it and get done. And if I have a client for hair, I would also work on them. So it was just like
balancing.
Yeah. So but when I found out that I could actually do this as a profitable business is now when I started getting like consistent bookings, because remember I started in May, and by July, I kid you not, guys, I was always booked out.
You were posting on socials?
I was posting on socials, but also my friends, I think my friends really helped me because they would post my work, and also on mine. I was a bit shy. I'm actually shy on social media, so I would just like put some videos of myself braiding. I actually still have them, and I thank God that I have them, because it reminds me of where I've come from. When I see those braids, they were ugly braids.
They were embarrassing
braids because now we are now 4 years in, and guys, I don't know. I think it's God's favor over
The
my
growth.
life also, because I don't know why people trusted me so much then. Like when I look back, I'm like, even me, there's no way
I would have trusted someone in my
nah
like this.
no. But yeah, I thank God that with that I've been able to learn. So when I realized it could be a profitable business was when I was getting consistent bookings.
You said from you started in May.
Yeah, we
by
started in
July we were doing.
were booked
You're
up.
booked and busy.
I was booked and busy.
Okay.
Totally.
I love that. I love that.
So
Okay.
that's when I noticed, like, oh my God, this thing, what do you mean? Like, we're in June, I already don't have June bookings, we've just begun the month. So this when I realized this could actually be a thing for me. But then I was scared because now we hadn't yet gone back to school and I still had exams to do. Those were my last set of campus exams.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God, what do I do? But I was like, let me just go. God, if you set COVID to distract and maybe create this opportunity, let me use it. So now when we went back to school in November, so I was like, I remember that time, guys, the devil is a liar. Because this girl was thinking of not finishing her degree. Because now seeing the money coming in and also this other job, remember it wasn't consistent, but also the money they were giving me when I was comparing it to what I was getting,
It was not worth.
it wasn't worth
Yeah.
it. It wasn't adding up. So I was like, I was confused also because I'm like, okay, my mom is here. She's paid her school fees. She has invested all this time.
For 4 years?
4 years. Even me. It's not like I was failing at school. I was doing really well.
Okay, she's a multifaceted queen.
Girl.
Okay.
My GPA was so good that it kept me in that thing. Am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Am I going to put this good degree on the side or
Just to do
pursue
hair?
this? And by then, I don't think people were. Also, I feel like right now people are appreciating arts and creativity and beauty like this. But then, like if I told my uncle or my granddad, like, oh my God, I'm going to do hair, I'm going to do salon, I don't think they
You'd have
would.
gotten the same support.
No.
Yeah.
I had to just be like, I was like in a hard space. What's my family going to say? My
They
mom,
support
exactly.
me.
My mom was supportive because first of all, we're working in her house. You get it? We're in the sitting room. Actually, we started from the balcony.
Okay.
Balcony, so I'd wake up in the morning, put my chair there. But she always, like you do, just go with it. But at the back of her head, I knew
You're going to be.
you have to go to school. Like this is just because we have COVID. But you have
Don't get it twisted.
No. But I also appreciate her support then. So when November reached, we were supposed to go back to school. I was so conflicted. I'm like, these bookings are so many because I was consistently booked. Like, I was tired.
Suffering from success.
I was tired. I was suffering from success.
Just suffering from success. Do you understand? Guys, suffering from success. Are those problems that you've ever experienced? Because I know those are problems that I'd like to experience. Okay, but outside of everything else, Malaika's story has reminded me of the fact that sometimes, to be honest, we just trip and fall into our dreams, the things that we would like to pursue. It's not necessarily always a thing of I dreamt of doing hair and all of these things, or you are broke, because in everything that you are saying, I did not hear that you are lacking for food or lacking for rent. You are just more so, I'm idle.
I need something to do.
I need something to do. Last time for my birthday, I did this. It looked cute. Okay, I can do this on that person. It looked cute as well. Maybe I can do it on like different people.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important sometimes to just go with the flow. And sometimes, like you've said, God for you probably had mapped out this journey.
True.
And eventually you walked the little steps till we came to here. So I'd like to know.
Yes.
What is the first step that you recommend anyone who is watching today to take when they're trying to transform their passion into a mainstream business? Because it can be quite scary, especially someone like you who was just straight out of uni, no experience. It's not like you've done many things and tried them and failed them. You're literally from studying a degree. You said quantum surveying?
Quantity surveying.
Quantity surveying.
Yeah.
Yes, degrees that we can't even pronounce. So if you've been doing all of that, then how did you, what would you tell someone who's in that same position, or even worse, to say, let me take that leap right now. Let me take this first step in a way to turn my passion into a business?
Okay, so what I would say, if you're trying to turn passion into a profitable business, first of all, it's going to be scary, guys. If I told you, I used to cry, not that I didn't like what I was doing, but I was confused. Yeah? It can be confusing. Of course, entrepreneurship looks so luxurious on the internet and social media.
Fun.
Yo, the beginning stages, first of all, you're not sure if these people are going to embrace you. Am I going to run it well? Like, first of all, you have people who have done it better than you.
True.
So you're kind of comparing.
And
yourself.
It's hair.
And it's hair, like.
So you're thinking, can I really stand out?
Will I? First of all, as young then, as like 23. So I'm like, is this the right step? It's scary, yeah? More so if you have like opinions of family, friends. Because I mentioned I was doing well in school. So people, even the jobbers, I'm very sure my boss second guess, like, what do you mean you're going to start braiding people's hair? Like,
be serious.
Be serious. But one thing I can say is believe in yourself. And if that's what you've chosen to do, you're going to be hard. Like, even when you cry, you finish your crying
and then you move
to work. And just trust God. I think for me, God has been an anchor for me. So you just trust God and ask him to help you. Because I can tell you, as I didn't know anything about it, I didn't go to school, I didn't do anything. But I just trusted God. He led the way. He gave me people to look up to. He gave me inspiration and things like that. Yeah. So you believe in yourself and trust God. Then also, if you're turning passion into business, you're going to have to be unique.
Okay.
What are you doing that sets you apart? Like, you can't come and just be like everyone. Yeah. Of course, there are the times where you may be like everyone and things like that, but there's just something about your work that should stand out. And also, just because it's your passion, don't get comfortable. You know, keep researching, keep reading, keep going to school. Like I didn't learn hair school. Sorry, I didn't go to hair school, but I made sure that everything I do, I'm going to do it well. If I need to go to, like, I went to Ziwa Hair Academy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. I went to Ziwa Hair Academy, and I remember that time the money that I paid, it seemed too much then, but I knew what it was going to produce for me.
Yeah, it was a long-term investment in yourself.
Yeah. So just don't be comfortable. Oh, me, I'm self-taught. Me, I'm what? Me, I'm what? You've got to invest in your skill. Go and get some polishing and come back. And then also incorporate some fun to your work.
Okay.
Be fun. Like, don't be boring. Because you're going to get bored. Just because it's your passion, you get bored as well. Because it's repetitive. It's repetitive. So you need to incorporate some fun, new ideas, get new inspiration, like you get, and always just stand out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outside of the beauty and the glamour of, believe in yourself, outside of the ideology of it all. Now, someone like me, if I've just come out of university and I'm really terrified to do a business, outside of just the believing in myself and getting the support system and all these other things, how do you take the leap to, for example, open up a store? Like I've seen, we all know Braided by Malaika now has an official location.
Yeah.
Do you take out a loan? Do you borrow money? Do you save? Do you, like, that concrete step? I feel like for a lot of people, because we take your business seriously because you've invested in it yourself. Like we see there's now a physical location. You have hairstylists that you're working with. This is not your balcony anymore. You get me? This is no longer an experiment. So of course, now we are a brand. You're Braided by Malaika, the entire brand. So now when people see you, or the audience, when they are watching this, they're trying to understand, for you, how did you cross to taking yourself and because people love to see the finished product and would like to say, how did you skyrocket so high? You understand? So like, how did you, as someone who has just come out of uni, say, I'm going to get a physical store? You're a child, essentially, like,
Really, a baby.
Yes, you're a baby. Like, so for me now, who is also in the same space as you, or someone else is in the same space as you, they're looking at you and they're like, and then you went and got a store. How did you get a store? And then you hired braiders. People are twice your age.
I know.
Are people that you're hiring. So share a little bit more on that. We would like to know about that.
So one thing I can say is, first of all, save a lot. You've got to have financial discipline. And I feel like me having financial discipline has been what has made me achieve so many things in such a short period of time.
Okay.
So you keep saving. Like, money is tempting. You get, when you're beginning, first of all, had never touched money like that in my life. Yeah? You can want to show off. Oh my God, let me go here, let me go there. But you've got to be disciplined. If you have a vision
for the future,
yeah, you're going to have to deny yourself some things. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to write down where you want to be in a few years. If you're serious, you will get there. So me, one thing that I started from day one, when I was even first sitting one client at a time, I got an amount where I pay myself every week a certain amount.
Okay.
There's no getting excited. If we can't go for that party, we're staying home.
We're staying home. Whether we got this money this week, we are staying home.
So you put like a small amount that you're going comfortable, because you also don't want to underpay. You don't want to be stingy on yourself.
Yes.
So get something that works for you from day one. Like when let's say if you're a mobile braider right now, like get a small amount, live within your means. Actually, I think should be it. Live within your means and save a lot. So I ended up saving. I think when I was beginning, that was 2020, 2021, I began saving crazy. By the time we moved into our new location, I told God, like, if I make this amount of money, actually to be sure that this was the thing I was doing, I was like, God, if I make this money, then I'll know this is it.
This is it.
So I made that money. Actually, I made twice. So I'm like, God,
can we get a hallelujah?
Let's be serious now. So then I was like, let me start saving, and this is the rent I want to pay. But first of all, guys, I was scared.
Because that sounds like big girl.
I was scared. I remember even just getting my first employee. Oh my God, I was so stressed. Like, how am I going to be responsible for someone's well-being? Like,
yes,
they have to eat. They have a family to take care of. Yes. How am I going to be consistent?
You are baby yourself.
All these things. I'm a baby.
It's so true.
As a baby girl, like, so I don't know, I was so scared then. But one thing I said is that we're going to make this. I'm going to start a braiding business, number one. It's going to be different from what is there. So to step out, I first, of course, went looking for spaces. I remember they were telling me like 700, like, this money was too much for me. I was panicking, and I was like, God, maybe it's not meant for me. But with time, I said, let me be patient. Let me first stay at home for another year. So we kept on working at home and things like that. Then later on, now home started getting smaller, and that's when I got this space. But you see, I had to deny, money it excites you. And I feel like for most beginners or like people starting out, they lose that. Someone is getting a certain amount per week, so they're so excited. Oh my God, I can afford this, I can afford that. Yet in actual sense, when you sit down and go through your books, the life you're living in a deficit. Then it looks like you're living in a surplus. Yeah, so you just need to know, and also have proper financial records. You get, like, know how much you're spending
and how much you're bringing
in. It will help you balance. Can I now add on another braider? Can we move to a better location? Like, can I make changes? Can I put funds in that thingy? Can I put more mirrors? Can I modify that space? So you need all that comes from knowing your financial
Did you have like an accountant or something, or this was all you?
Guys, I used to be the social media manager, accountant, braider, everything. Like, I would hustle, and then
different hats.
I know.
I get you.
And then I think around that time when I was beginning at home, I also started the hair pot. So
what is the hair pot?
The hair pot is just a store that sells like braiding extensions, like ombre braids, the expression braids, French curls, all these things. So by then I also used to braid while running to my phone to check for orders. So I was up and down. But yeah, one thing I could say is just be disciplined financially. I think that will push you to greater heights. Also write down your vision. Right now I have a vision. I know I want to be a certain, my brand needs to be a certain way by, let's say, 2030 or something like that, God willing. So stick to that, and also be aware of people's opinions. Most people would want to think for you. I'm not saying they're bad, but like sometimes people pressure you into doing things before you can, because for them they're seeing it, but you're in it. You may not see it like they see it.
Yeah.
So you've got to be aware of people's opinions. Some may lead you this side, some may take you this side, but you've got to know, because they are seeing things differently, and you're the one in it. You know, if like by the time I was also trying to venture out, I had people, of course, I did it quietly because I didn't want so much noise in my ears. So a few people knew I had gotten the space. A few people knew I was going to do it like this, like this, like that. Because if you come to my salon, it's really different. It's not the regular kind of setting. It's appointment based. We do not wash. We do not. We do not wash. We do not, like, we have a standard timing. You come in at 9 or 12 or 3 p.m.
Oh, you don't come in between, or
we don't do walk-ins, no.
Okay.
Unless you speak to us, or you're going to be late, or you prefer this, we can try to adjust. But you see, when I was doing that, most salons weren't doing it like
I've never even heard of that.
No.
Yeah.
So I had to keep my vision, like, so greatly. Like, anyone could have said, but who's going to come? Also, you don't wash. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Also, there's so much. So you have to just know who you tell your stuff, and also protect it as well, because you're going to see the stuff. You see your vision, so you know what you want.
I think what is most prevalent in this entire conversation is that you are a woman that knows exactly what she wants, and you're trying to tell people that when you're in this business space, you have to look within yourself and align with what you see. Because a lot of the times when you're taking from everyone, you're taking from Monica, you're taking from this one, you're taking from that one, then what your vision is going to be diluted by other people, because we all have different ways that we see things, and we're all valid, by the way. Like you said, no one is necessarily bad for telling you something, but you have to have what we call discernment to know that, okay, I get you, I hear you, but this is what I see for myself. And if this is what I'm doing, then this is what I have to bring forth. And and I just have to trust myself, because no one can give you self-trust.
No.
And I think one of the things that I'm sure all the viewers can feel from you is self-trust. And that's not to say that you didn't have the fear of listening to other people. You did. But then you said, look, at the end of the day, I am choosing to trust myself. So trusting yourself, and then paying deep attention to whether you would like to make money to live the life, or you would like to make money in order to have long-term success and then actually live the life. Because from before, a lot of entrepreneurs, I'm sure, you get money, you've never seen this kind of money before in your life.
Oh my
You're
God.
excited. What is this? What am I going to be doing? So yes, and that can be quite tempting. So to learn being financially frugal is very, very important. And lastly, I'd just like to give us one small piece of advice that you'd give to any person right now that is thinking to themselves, I like this thing. It could be anything. Yours was hair. And these are unconventional trades that we are creating as these young Gen Zs that we are. We're not doing the conventional. People are talking about lashes. I like lashes. I want to do lashes. I like this. I want to do this. What is the one thing that you tell that person right now watching that is being told, are you being serious? You have just done a degree and you're telling us that this is what you would like to do. What is that one thing that you think would be like an ember of light to them as they keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing?
One thing I would say is, opinions really will be there. But you've got to trust that what you're seeing, or what God is saying to you, is what you're going to follow. It's going to be difficult. I cannot even ever tell anyone that it will be easy. Like, I cannot tell anyone that it's going to be easy. People are going to say words. People are going to talk. But it's your strength to go through all that. And if you know you're an artist, because we all go to school for a reason. Yeah? For sure. If I didn't go to campus or finish my degree, probably the way I'm handling my business might not be the same if I hadn't. So there is also purpose in going to school, finish your degree, then come
and do what
you need to do. It's going to change the way you do, the way you handle your employees, the way you handle your work, your clients. So what I would tell someone who is in that period of self-doubt, or they don't know what to choose or where to go, is just take that leap of faith.
Take that leap of faith.
I also just took that leap of faith. Honestly, didn't know what was coming for me. As I told you, I said, God, if I make this,
I'm going to do this.
I'll do it. If I don't, also be humble. Don't be so proud. If it fails, you can always go back and do whatever it was.
Yeah.
But come back and try again.
Yeah.
Because you see, even the things, now if I tell you that the jobs I was doing before, they actually ushered me into what I'm doing right now.
Yes.
So even if you're there admiring entrepreneurship and you're still in a job, first stay in that job, because there are skills you're picking from that job that are going to help you in your entrepreneurship journey.
Okay, thank you so much for dropping all these gems. So you're going to tell the people where they can find you, where they can find your store, your social medias, where they can follow you up as we wrap this session today.
You can find us on Instagram at Braided by Malaica, also Instagram at the Hairport 256 for the hair extensions shop. Then you can also find us on TikTok at Braided by Malaica and also at the Hairport. Yes. Our location, we are located at HW Multitintale, shop 1F17, and our services are strictly appointment based. We are open Tuesday to Sunday. We do not work Mondays.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching the video till this point.
Oh, and by the way, we have something coming up in October.
Okay.
So keep your eyes on our social media platforms. We shall be launching something new. It's both. Anyway, yeah.
We shall be seeing.
You will see.
We shall be seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys had it here first on Lifestyle Chats.
Yes.
So we have the exclusive. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys for making it till the very end of this video. It's been your host, Ashley. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you like content like this. And just let us know if you were interested or intrigued by the interview. And don't forget to follow us on our Instagram pages at Lifestyle Chats. And also follow Bell Beauty at Bell Beauty UG or Bell Beauty Bazaar on Instagram, as we are proudly sponsored by the Bell Beauty app. So see you guys next time. It's been Ashley and
Malaica.
See you guys next time.
Bye.